Okay, you have dropped into my series on the CliftonStrengths, which is an assessment to highlight your superpowers. And today we're talking about learner. And that is my number 2 strength. And basically, if you have learner in your top 5, this just means that you love learning. Not for any reason, but you just like to find out new things. You are curious. You just love it. My experience with being a learner is that, I'm just curious about everything, right? I don't care what it is. I want to know. And that made a lot of people, especially when I was younger, just think that I was just super smart and I just knew all of this stuff. And that's true, but it was never that I don't think it was an IQ thing, right? I just think it was a curiosity thing. I just love finding stuff out. And one thing about a learner, we're going to gather information, whether it can be used in our productivity or not, right? And that is the issue. And in these videos, I'm going to talk about the balconies and the basements of each strength. And balcony just means that you have this in your top 5, you're using it, it's working for you, and it is the best side of that strength. Like a coin on the other side, it's where your strength kind of gets you tied up, where it's a good thing, but somehow for you, it's not working right. And it's hurting you. For learner, for me, for most learners, the good thing is that we do seek out knowledge. We are knowledge baskets. We want to know all the things. We usually do know all the things. We spend a lot of time gathering information. I have 2 degrees. I always get the itch to go back to school. I'm like, you know what? I could just go get another one. And it's just like, and then it's another part of me that's like, girl, no, put it down. Put the college catalogs down. Like, get out in the world and do the thing. And that is one of the basement qualities of being a learner, is that you gather all the information. You gather. And a lot of the time, none of what you're learning is going to help you move forward in what really matters, but you want to learn it anyway. And that is one of the basement qualities of being a learner, is just that sometimes we just want to know all the things. And for me as a learner, in dealing with that behavior of just gathering, what I have been doing is, when I'm going to find something out, even when I click on a YouTube video, because I'm going to go to YouTube University and learn all the things about the everything. But now, what I try to do is, even if I see the title, does this apply to me right now? Like, if I watch this video, spend 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes of my time, sometimes an hour. I watched a 3-hour video the other day. It's ridiculous. But it was really good. Like, it did apply to what I was working on. But what I try to do is, how can I apply this today or this week? Like, I'm new in my business. I'm not hiring. I saw a video on how to hire talent. Yeah, that would be a great video to watch. And I'm pretty sure there's great information in that video, but I'm not at that place, right? I'm at the place where I am looking for clients, where I am creating content. If what I'm learning does not directly tie to my current 30-day, 60-day, 90-day goals, then put it down. Like, put it away. So that's the advice that I have for you guys that have learner in your top 5. It's like in project management, where the business has missions and values, and the projects that you do directly tie to the business, to the mission of the business, right? That is what I want you to do as a learner. If what you're doing is not tied to your current goals that you're trying to achieve 30, 60, 90 days, then put it down. Like, bro, just put it away. I know you want to know other things, and you gotta know. And unfortunately, we don't realize how much time we spend, the hours we spend on just being a curious individual, right? And how that affects our ability to achieve our goals and to move forward in our goals. So again, if you have learner in your top 5, set aside time to luxuriate in just learning things, just to be learning them, but also be highly super aware when you are gathering a bunch of information that does not apply again to your 30-day, your 90-day goals, your 7-day goals, and only lock into learning that stuff. Go deep as opposed to going wide, right? And again, the balcony, that's how you achieve the balcony status, I feel, as a learner, is to really tie your learning to current goals, to current situations. If you're married, you're learning about how to have a better marriage. Motherhood, you're learning things that you're learning ties to what you're trying to do. Building a business, you're marketing in your business. Because for me, I can just get lost. I can get lost in a whole book, and it has nothing to do with nothing. And see, as a learner, what I would use on you, if you said, well, you're learning this and it doesn't seem like it ties into anything, I'm going to automatically say everything ties into everything, right? So I can make a good point as to why I'm learning about elephants and their breeding habits, right? You see, that ain't make no sense. Like, what am I like? I'm not going to Africa, and I'm never gonna have an elephant as a pet. So what am I doing? It don't even matter. I want to learn. I want to learn. So again, if you are a learner, your balcony is when you are using your information that you are learning and tying it to your current goals, tying it to your current place that you're trying to get to, your 7-day goals, your 30-day goals, your 60-day goals, and learning how to sift through information. Even if you're on YouTube University, like I usually am, if you see the video and it just has nothing to do with your current goals, just save it to watch later. Like, I use the watch later button all the time because it's the learner in me that wants to know all the stuff. Does it tie to what I'm trying to do now? No. Put it away. Put it down. And the balcony, again, is of learner is that you constantly just bring in a bunch of information. You get overwhelmed. You just got all of this stuff, and you just learn all the stuff. None of it is speaking to your current situation, your current goals that you're trying to achieve. So you're not achieving your goals, but you're learning a bunch of stuff. And yeah, so again, if you have learner in your top 5, take this back, take some notes. And if you want to go over your strengths, or you want to go over your human design, if you want to start a self-discovery journey today, you can just go ahead and DM me and we can get started today. Have a good one. Bye.